And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, Jordan Nielsen here, host of Real Estate Pros on Lister Pros TV. Today we're at Fairway Mortgage in Las Vegas, Nevada with Diane Tuazon
Hello, hello.
of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services.
That is correct, yep. I'm here and ready to take on your questions.
Awesome. So before we get started, we'll give you a moment to introduce yourself for those watching that don't know who you are.
Correct. I'm Diane Tuazon. I've been a Vegas resident for, 14 years now. But prior to that, I've had a long-term career as the news anchor and weather anchor here in Las Vegas, in San Diego, and in San Francisco. So that's probably, if you've been here long enough, that's probably where a lot of people recognize the face. I still get like...
Oh, do people still run it?
Yeah, if I go to the grocery store, people are like, that voice sounds like the weather anchor. Did you do the... So coming here and being here for a long time, I think that's what people attach the name to and the face to is my news career. But I've transitioned since then as a full-time real estate agent servicing Las Vegas and also licensed in California. So
awesome. So
yeah.
what made you want to transition from that career to real estate?
Gosh, 13 years in broadcasting. I started when I was 19, graduated from UNLV, so I'm a proud rebel. You know what? The run and gun, the consistent news reports, that was fun for me, the excitement of it all. But
sure.
I noticed journalism was changing when everything became digital. Everything was on the phone these days. And you ask people from the community and they all tell you they don't watch the news as much anymore, unfortunately. And they get their news from an app or, a quicker source of things. And also I noticed a change in the industry when, more workload was given to the reporter or the anchor. And unfortunately, the pay wasn't the same.
Sure.
So times have changed in journalism, although I still love it. It's just I needed to fall back on something that I was passionate about as well. And my mom is a real estate agent as well. And so I come from a real estate family. And I just thought, why not do something that naturally is, entertaining me and is getting me creative every morning getting up. And so I jumped into real estate to do it full time.
Awesome. So what do you like most about being in real estate?
Oh my God, every day is different, right? I mean, first of all, I think every real estate agent will tell you they love having their own schedule, right? For over a decade, I was confined to a strict schedule, strict routine as a real estate agent. I think just being able to have your own time and a lot for your own schedule and go the pace that you want to do, I think that, number one, was very enticing, and then two, it's I told people stories as a news anchor for so long that this, in a way, is a different way of telling people stories just in a home form. Every client I have is buying a home or selling a home and has a story drawn to that home. And so I think if I think about it in that perspective, that I am still doing my job in telling people stories, just in a bigger, grand gesture. People are buying the most expensive investment in their lives, and to take part in that is an honor to me. So that's what I like about it. It keeps me exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've lived in the Las Vegas area for a long time. That's not too common out here.
Yeah.
You talk to a lot of people. Oh yeah, I've been here for a few years.
Right.
So that's obviously a benefit for your clients because you're pretty familiar with the area.
Yeah.
So we know that there's a lot of different niches within real estate. So what are your focuses in real estate?
By default, I'd say it would be relocation, just because in this year alone and even last year, a majority of my clientele base and my business was from California relocation, right? A lot of clients, funny to say, happen to be TV fans of mine from the news business.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm very blessed in that regard to know that the impact I made in the community with my past career has passed on and now transitioned to real estate. So I've been helping a lot of California relocation families moving out here because they're just, it was so expensive to live in California. Right. If I've experienced that myself when I lived and worked for NBC News in San Francisco or Fox 5 San Diego, it's beautiful in California, but it also comes with a big price tag. And so when families reach out to me and say, hey, you get it, you understand what it's like to live in California and be, difficult to leave such a beautiful place, but we've got to make ends meet. Where can we go and how can we do this? And as you may know, relocation isn't easy. It's a huge step, and especially if you have kids and a family, you gotta, account for that as well. And so it's just naturally just become, I guess, one that I love doing is relocation and helping families bridge that gap from leaving California and coming here, or vice versa. Whether it's Nevada and they got to go back home to California, So
what are some of the biggest things that people that are relocating need to consider when doing it, and also what are the biggest reasons you're seeing why people want to relocate from California to Nevada?
I think the biggest reason right now is obviously no surprise, right? It's a huge, your money goes a long way here, right? And when people see or understand that, they know that it's not such a scary process. But I've also noticed that when I deal with relocation clients, you sort of have to open their eyes to what Vegas offers as well. Because everybody thinks just the Strip. That's
right.
Vegas, right? So I'll have clients that come out here and they may not buy a home in 2 weeks or so, maybe 3 or 4 months down the road, but because I have to guide them and show them that there is a community in Vegas.
Sure.
This can be home. There are great schools here. There's things to do here other than the Strip. And so it's become more of a relationship-based clientele that I have because they're trusting me to show them that this is a home that they can call, or a place that they can call home as well.
Mm-hmm. And that was probably one of the biggest things when I came out for the first time. We're making a lot of visits to different brokerages
Right.
around the city, and I noticed like a lot of master plan communities that were, to me, it felt like kind of like California in a way, like how they were developed in the vegetation and stuff like that. So there's a lot of that kind of feel. So having helped a lot of relocation customers, what are some issues or what are some things that make the transition easier as you've done it for several people?
I think if they are especially having to sell a home in California, I think that's the scariest part for a lot of families that make the move, because they stress out, right? They worry that if they can sell their home there and the timing of buying a home here. So I mean, my advice to all clients who are relocating is to work with your real estate agent, and timing is perfect. It's crucial, right? You need to plan it perfectly, where if you know that, let's say kids are coming out of school a certain time and vacation is coming up, and then you need to know that you need to sell this home or get it on a certain market to give yourselves that time to get it sold. But I mean, I'll speak on one situation alone. I had clients from San Francisco, that same situation. They fell in love with a brand new home here, but of course the new home developments, a lot of them won't take contingencies, right? So they were freaking out and thinking, we got to sell our house in San Francisco. Is this going to be enough time? Lo and behold, they ended up selling their house in San Francisco quicker than the house is being built here. So that just goes to show you that California real estate will always be busy, right? But again, it's just a matter of walking them through it, understanding that there is a time frame we all need to go by. And more importantly, I mean, get your home ready. If you're needing to sell it, get it ready to be sold. That stuff helps, decluttering homes and that sort of thing. That way us realtors can come in and get the home on the market quicker and bridge that gap. But
so are you licensed in California
I
as
am.
well? Oh, okay,
Yeah, I'm
so you represent clients.
I do.
And helping them sell their homes, and
Correct.
also here as well.
Yeah, I was licensed in Nevada first for a while now, and I realized that when I noticed a lot of Californians were moving here, I realized instead of referring it out, why not have the one-on-one personal touch with my clients, because a lot of them, again, are coming to me from being on the news, right? And so they want to be working with someone who's passionate in the way that I do my job. So I figure, why not get my license there and fly out there if I need to, drive out there and accommodate my clients, and vice versa. So it's been one heck of a run. I get so exhausted, but there's nothing that a cup of coffee
Your
can.
preferred Southwest client.
There you go. Of course, it's an easy excuse to get to the beach too, right? If I was licensed in California. So
Yeah, I guess that's the only thing that's lacking out here. You don't have the waves,
I
right?
know. I'll bring buckets of water every time I come back.
Yeah.
We'll build a beach somewhere, a man-made one for us.
Yeah. Awesome. So if somebody watching this is interested in you help them relocate or represent them as a buyer or seller here in the Las Vegas area, how do people get a hold of you?
Social media has been huge. I know that I've been trying to stay away from it as I transition out of TV news, but people seem to find me there the quickest. Social media, it's DKT for Instagram, and then my phone number. I mean, everybody knows that you can look up a real estate agent in that way, but I'm also located in the Southwest office of Berkshire Hathaway on Sunset, and then Berkshire Hathaway in La Jolla, San Diego, so It's easy to find me.
Easy. Yep. Same brokerage.
Same brokerage, correct.
So that makes it simple.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much,
Oh,
Diane,
thank
for
you.
joining me on Real Estate
Thank
Pros
you so
today.
much.
And we will see you guys on the next episode.